Oh, that's better. All right, I'm gonna do the usual Sentalium is live chat message. I'm gonna tell somebody, no matter who. Jesus Christ. And again, we're just gonna sit and yammer for a few minutes, while we wait. So a recap of yesterday's stream. I got a shit ton of stuff. So just recapping yesterday, I got this Optimus Prime that came with this chain claw. I got this Wheeljack. Keep that name in mind. Keep Wheeljack in mind. This Bumblebee. This Brawn. This RC, who I had transformed incorrectly. I had her legs like that. They're meant to be pushed out or pulled out a little bit. That's RC. So I'm just going to get her into an action pose and put her back on my shelf. I looked at this Ratchet and I fixed the loose hips. I also looked at this Ironhide, whose loose hips were partially fixed, not quite fixed all the way, but these guys are much more enjoyable now. Give me a quick segundo, por favor. Okay, no one's in my stream just yet. And lastly, I also looked at this Perceptor, who I'm actually not going to put back on my shelf, but rather I'm actually going to start with him because I severely mistransformed him yesterday. So, I'm going to sit here until we're about 5 minutes in. I'm going to get Perceptor sitting. I'm also going to put in a quick chat message. Because, again, okay, so if anyone gets in, no funny business. Crap, how do I read? What is the feature I don't have access to? Manage. So I'm going to quickly tell you a small hint for what I'm going to be looking at. All of them were characters I happened to have looked at yesterday. So I think we'll have some fun with that. I did say keep Wheeljack in mind, so I'm pretty sure you know that. We're obviously doing a Wheeljack. And I realize that this stream is going to make Transformers Rise of the Streams even longer once I get around to getting that Rise of the Beast Primal, which is all of a sudden so elusive. Like, I'm having so much trouble finding it. And, I mean, seriously, no one is on stream yet? Wow. I got like 15 people yesterday. I got 15 people chatting and goofing off and acting like little children. And today, no one. So that's great. I will say 2 of the new acquisitions are from Rise of the Beasts, and the third is from Earth Spark. Okay, good. You cannot see him in frame. There will be robot mode comparisons. I will show you robot mode comparisons. And yeah, that's it. Okay, it looks like no one's in, and this is going to be pretty short, so I'm going to go ahead and start. So I'm gonna bring the camera down to Earth Spark Deluxe Bumblebee. This is actually a really solid figure. My first Earth Spark acquisition. Hold on, let me get his blaster out of his hand. Blasted blaster. And just quickly, yes, it stores on his back, like all weapons do. Okay, so just getting started with posability here. His head is, I think, on a ball joint. Yeah, his head's on a ball joint. So I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit. Left side to side, up, down, rotate. but it's limited for some reason. Shoulders are in ball joint. Shoulder pads are in ball joints. The shoulders themselves, I don't know how to show this, but the shoulders are on their own separate hinge. So the shoulder pads can move forward, and the weird ass shoulders can move forward and backwards. Shoulder pads can go out. There is elbow rotation, which acts as bicep rotation. Hold on. That nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist. Legs can kick forward. They can't kick quite as far back due to the backpack. Knee bend more than 90 degrees, and his feet are on a ball joint, so you can slide them forward, back, in, out, left, right, what have you. So I am going to show you. I said I was going to do Perceptor first. I'm going to do Perceptor last. I'm going to get Perceptor. Just to have him over here. So again, as you can see, I'm actually going to turn Perceptor around since you can't see his head because of his cannon. Look at this man. This man is these guys are the same size class. These guys are both deluxes, and okay, no, Perceptor is not quite visible in frame, but I telling you, Perceptor should have been a Voyager. Bumblebee also comes with the arm of Mandroid, since that's a thing for Transformers Earthspark Mandroid. Bumblebee and Optimus Prime and maybe Megatron are the only figures from this line I'm willing to get. So, not going to get Mandroid. That's fine. Bumblebee's transformation, though, is kind of interesting. So to start with, this is going to be hard for me since you guys are going to be facing the figure. So to start with, you want to take his hand and just fold it behind his arm. Same thing here. So now you want you want to take his arm, rotate it, bring it up, and like bend it, bring the shoulder up to make it easier, and then you want to like bend it out like that, and like bend it up as you're bringing it in. And can you rotate his head all the way? Yes, you can rotate his head all the way. So again, you want to like take the arm and like rotate it down, and then like bring it up as it goes in. Like that, there are the arms in. You can just actually leave the door wings out. Like this. Then you want to untab the backpack. The backpack, I'll show you in a second. Now you want to try and unfold it without breaking the thing, because this is so frustrating to do. Like, okay, there we go. There we go. So, it's hard to see, but these two tabs or slots go into these two tabs that I think are barely visible, but they're there. So that you also just want to fold the back of the car out. So now you want to untab it, or not. Actually, you know what? No, I'm actually gonna rotate the head forward. I'm not gonna have the head backwards, since that'll just scratch paint. Then you want to take his feet, rotate them, and bring them up. I'll show you a little more clearly here. Rotate the feet, bring them back technically. Like that, they should peg into the leg. What do I do now? You want to take there's no waist joint. You want to take his thighs, rotate them like that. Now you want to take his knee pad, bring him up, and you want to rotate his legs out. And then you can just take the knee pads and fold them into the car like that. So now you just want to put the legs together. They don't tab in together. That's why this panel's here. I'm going to bring these out of the way. There are 4 slots and 4 tabs, so they'll just line up nicely like that. Now you can take the pieces of the car, the front of the car, and bring them up, and just, they'll combine like that. And then you just want to take his legs and his doors, and you want to like bring them to the car, and you want to close them like at the same time. You want to close them together. Same thing here, and you want to like make sure they overlap almost. This one doesn't like to tab in. Make sure he's not wobbling. Make sure he's all right, and just take the blaster, put it on his car mode more so. His blaster almost looks like the front of a truck. Here is Bumblebee in his car mode, and honestly, I think this is the worst of the two modes, but barely. I mean, you can, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see how everything works, but the arms are really complex, though. The arms are tough to do, and it's really nerve-wracking to undo the backpack because of the clear plastic. All right, so since nobody is, hold on, I'm serious. I swear to God, if this stream is private, I'm gonna be pissed. It's public. Maybe no one's on yet. I started early anyway, so I'm gonna put Bumblebee off to the side. And since no one is here, I'm just gonna bring out these weaponizers. Wheeljack, RC, Optimus, who you already saw, and someone you haven't seen, Scorponok. I got this one in August. I got this one yesterday. So I'm going to be taking a look at Wheeljack and RC. And actually, I'm going to put Scorponok there and Prime there. And I'm going to put the other two to the left. I'm going to bring in their beast buddies. Rhinox, Cheetor, Chainclaw, and Sandspear. Here are their beast weapon buddies in their beast forms, and these do not have robot modes. If you want to see a Rhinox and a Cheetor with robot mode, stay tuned for Transformers Rise of the Streams, as I'm actually not only going to be looking at the main line, but I'm going to be looking at every Studio Series figure of Rise of the Beast. I'm going to look at every figure relating to Rise of the Beast. So you will see the Bumblebee from yesterday again. I will say that. But you will see two very good figures who I guarantee you have not seen by me. But anyway, I'm going to take Sandspear, put him with Scorpion. I'm going to put Sandspear, put him there. I'm going to put Chainclaw, put him there. And we are going to start with Cheetor, since I think he's the worst of the two new ones. Here is Cheetor, and again, I think this cat mode's adorable, like the glove-like hands and so on and so forth. Posability wise, he's not terrible. His hind legs are on ball joints, his front legs are on ball joints, and his feet are on ball. His front paws are on ball joints. That's basically it. To get him into his sword mode, you want to take his paws, angle him down, take the handle, flip it out from behind his head. And then you just want to take the entire body, flip it out like that. And then you want to take the legs, flip them back, and take the arms and flip them back. And here's Cheetor in his sword mode. And this does kind of give way for a sort of robot mode, but this looks creepy. This looks creepy. But yeah, yeah. Cheetor. This I think is honestly, again, this is, I think, the worst out of the 4 beast weaponizers I have. He just not only doesn't look, he looks a little weird, but the gloves also look kind of confusing. And he's far too big for either of these. These are deluxe scale. Like, I'm going to bring out, like, every figure I have who of these characters, of the, not these guys, since the scale would be unreasonable, but yeah. So I'm just going to put Cheetor off to the right and get Rhinox. Oh, I have a lot to say about Rhinox, and this Rhino mode's adorable. Like, there's no articulation. Like, his legs are on ball joints, but they go inwards. Like, that's it. Like, this guy's posability is next to none. But you can get meditating Rhino, which I think is adorable. Yeah. Now to get him into his weapon mode, this is really weird. You want to just take the Rhino, split it in half, and I will say there is another variant that what the crud? Okay. Well, the barrel comes out, if that helps. Like, if you just want to have this as a regular mini baby Rhino, it's fine. But for some reason, the right side just doesn't like to come out. So I'm going to take the barrel, put it back in. And oh boy, as you can see, yes, Rhinox turns into an ass blaster. Yeah, so now what you want to do is, actually you want to bring these all the way back. You like that? I'm not even gonna let you guys say what this looks like. I know you guys who's, even if you're not watching this now, you're gonna be watching this later. I know you're exactly what you're gonna say it looks like. Just flip the handle out. There's Rhinox in his ass blaster machine gun mode. Yeah, so we looked at Cheetor first, so I think it's only fair if we look at RC first. This is a pretty big figure, not gonna lie. This thing's not tiny. Just for some robot mode comparisons, here is the Studio Series 86 RC. So as you can see, they are about the same height. This one's a little bit taller because this is a full-fledged $25 deluxe. It's, I think, about a year, only been around for a year or two. And here is yesterday's RC. As you can see, again, the height differences between all my RCs is not as extreme as you'd think. And then anyway, I'm gonna try and get through RC as quickly as possible, since what happened yesterday was not pleasant, to say the least. So RC, I think, this is the perfect substitute for the mediocre core class figure that no, I do not have, nor do I plan on getting. This one hits all the right marks, in my opinion, other than paint, and it's missing a little bit of articulation, but I can respect it. Cheetor, as you can see, Cheetor in Blade mode is almost as tall as she is. So something I try to do to remedy that, even though it's not, I think, correct, is flip these over, which it looks a lot better now. But like that just looks goofy. But yeah, so anyway, her head is on a ball joint, and mind you, her neck is really long too. And this is based off of concept art, so we'll probably get a Studio Series RC V2 sooner than later. That's a little more in scale. But yeah, her shoulders are on ball joints. They can go forward, back. Not really back, because this thing. They can go out. Elbows are in ball joints, which is where the bicep swivel comes from. And she's wrist rotation. Like the only figure I reviewed in the last 2 days, other than Braun. Speaking of which, she's a little far forward. There. Braun to have wrist rotation. Nothing at the waist. Her legs can go forward, not really back, and her knees bend a little over 90. And if you want to use the transformation joint, she can get a double jointed knee. Nothing at the ankles. So, yeah. I think this is pretty solid. Now, to get her transformed it's a very brief transformation, but it's so confusing. The fact that I'm already decently done, that I've covered 4 of the 6 figures here, and I'm not even 20 minutes in. That's what I wanted to be doing yesterday. But yeah, so to start with, I think you want to take these assemblies and just untab them. I swear to God, if I see an out-of-pocket chat message or comment about that, I'm gonna lose my shit. Just take these, bring them out. So, and what do you want to do here? I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna try maybe bringing her head back, then bringing the arms and wheels back. And actually, I'm going to rotate her arms so that way, because there is a tab on one and an indent on the other, like that. And now the wheels are very, very weird, because you got to align them correctly. Like, they don't just go together. You have to like align them. There we go. It took a lot longer the first time around. Now you want to take her legs and collapse them like this. That. And then you just want to take them and just like finagle them. That's my favorite word all of a sudden. Finagle them, and then all over the place, and then bring the front of the motorcycle up. And then her legs will just tab in. And sit there, really, not really tab in, more so just sits. Yeah, here is not Studio Series. This is Rise of the Beast, Beast Weaponizers RC. And out of the 3 RCs I own, this is I think this is better than the 86 version, but not near, but it's not nearly as good. It's still pretty good, but it's still worse than the Studio Series 85 RC, because I mean there's robot bits all over the place. Like I mean, her chest is right there, her head is under the bike. Like there's still a lot of kibble here. But overall, for again, RC and Cheetor, this was a $15 set. So when you're getting a deluxe scale figure plus another figure that turns into an accessory, I don't, they have to make certain setbacks in order to make certain things work. And I think these setbacks were worth it. Now to the hold on. Actually, and I'm also going to compare him to her to Bumblebee. So, yay. I'm going to set B and RC over there. Now, I think the one I prefer is Wheeljack, who very quickly I'm going to go ahead and compare to the official deluxe Wheeljack. I'm going to bring that up a little bit. As you can see, they are basically the same height. Like if I move down here, this one is ever so slightly taller. But that's, again, this is only because this is like a full-fledged deluxe. The other one is a deluxe size Beast Weaponizer. Now, I'm going to get the Wheeljack from yesterday, Studio Series 81 Deluxe Wheeljack. Also a full-fledged deluxe, but this is meant to be in scale, so he's obviously going to be a little bit smaller. But yeah, ow. Now, after this, I want to try and get the Optimus Primal and Aerostrap and the Bumblebee and Silverfang, I believe. But yeah, robot mode comparisons. Woohoo! I'm also gonna. I should have done this with RC, but here he is with Perceptor. As you can see, again, quite a bit taller than Wheeljack. So Perceptor is going over there. Now to get Wheeljack transformed, he's kind of a weird. This one is weird. But first, articulation wise, he's pretty good. His arms are on butterfly joints, so they can go out like that. Ball jointed shoulders can go forward, back. There's the butterfly joint. He's very hollow though. Elbows are on biceps, so you get on ball joints, so you get bicep rotation and an elbow bend. You get a waist swivel. Legs can go backwards and forwards on some really tight ball joints. This is some of the best QC I've seen on a figure lately. They can go out. His knees are on ball joints. His main knee is on ball joints, so that's where the thigh swivel comes from. But he has a second knee for transformation, like as you can see. As you can see, and nothing at the ankles, which is to be expected. But yeah, this guy is pretty solid, but pretty hollow. Like you can see, he's missing parts of the back of his head, and his legs are completely hollow, and so are his arms. RC also had some hollowness, and I'm not mad at the hollowness because again, I have a full-fledged deluxe and this, so I feel that I really should have compared that. I might have, but yeah. Anyway, so to get Wheeljack transformed, you want to take his backpack and just untap it, do nothing with it. Then you want to take the panel on his arms, slip them out, and take his feet and just fold them into the back of the van, Ironhide and Ratchet style. And try and combine the legs. There we go. Legs combined. So now you want to just unfold that and then bring the chest up. So what you want to do from there is take the arm and just collapse it in and just leave it like that. And then get them tabbed in together, to which you can take the front, bring it down, and actually I will say I have seen complaints of breakage because you can't get this panel up. So I'm actually going to show you something, and shout out to that toy guy for showing me how to do this. Go sub to him, tell him Sentaliium sent you. But what do you want to do? You want to take, instead of getting this, you want to take the bumper of the van and just pull it down, which will send this flying. So yeah, But again, I see no one's gonna get on this stream, so it's just a shame because again, yesterday I had like 20 people. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get back to where I was. Now here, if you want to, I forgot to rotate his waist. But yeah, so if you want to take his upper legs, bring them up, and I'll try to align them, even though the ball joints are incredibly tight. Like, I love how I get figures with really loose joints yesterday, and today all of them have really good at QC, quality control. If I never specified what QC meant, it meant quality control. But yeah, so now that we're here, we can take the knees and fold them down like such. And there is Wheeljack in his van mode. I don't like the fact that like the slots here basically give the car a face. I think that looks weird. Here is RC and here is Bumblebee. As you can see, not to scale with RC as she is taller and longer than the van, which is not right because it doesn't matter. They're toys. But last but not least, the bonus figure tonight is Studio Series Deluxe Perceptor. I've already went through his articulation, and since he's a much bigger figure, I'm going to bring the camera up. So to get him, he actually has a third mode that I never showed. So to get him into his microscope mode, which is not the third mode, obviously, take the hands, fold them in, bring the cannon up. I'm sorry, I paused. Actually, I also like to rotate the head, then fold it back, and then fold it back. I'm trying to have a stroke here. Now you want to take the arms, remove them from the body, bring this piece up, and then it's on assembly. Bring that up, and then yeah, there's a red piece over there that'll come up. I'm going to take the arms. We're going to bring the arms back up and rotate them. Now you want to just bring them, bring the hinge down but fold the arm up like that. So just collapse it in like this. You want to take his feet, bring them down. You want to take his chest, open it up. That forms the microscope tray. Angle that down. Bring the legs forward and fold the legs forward. Bend them out and bend there. And there is Perceptor in his microscope mode. Now, he has a third mode, which is a tank-ish thing. It's a tank-esque vehicle. So you want to take his legs, rotate them so that way the top of his thigh is facing out. Like that. And now you want to take his... take his legs, rotate them, and fold them in, and there is a peg there, and I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is a port there that should just, smoothly peg in. Hold on. There we go. No. Nope. Okay, maybe. Again, like that. Bring the barrel up, and if you want to, you can close the chest. And here is Perceptor in his tank mode, which is why he has treads. Yeah. So again, this stream was rather brief compared to every other one. But yeah. That's it for today. For today's stream, I might not see you guys again stream-wise for a couple of weeks, but I should have another video dropping on Friday. I think I'm going to drop the whole audio Friday, video Saturday, and just do both on Friday just to get the shit over with. But, yeah, I'll see you guys next time I stream, which, what's today? Today's the 21st, which will be in less than 3 weeks. So if you guys can hold your horses, obviously I'm not going to stop putting up music. I'm not going anywhere. Wish someone was in the stream because I got, again, a lot of people yesterday. So, well, no, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yesterday I said tomorrow and actually meant it, but no, I will not see you guys tomorrow unless by some miracle I somehow acquire more, but I acquired 11 in the last today and yesterday. I am good. I have plenty. Like, I basically just got Hanukkah yesterday. I shouldn't have said that, but whatever. I'll see you guys soon.